weekend of coaching people, 2 different clients on building confidence with people. So basically, when I design coaching programs to help out you guys, I don't think about myself. I think about how I can help somebody else out, and I let other people tell me what's useful for them. So the programs that I currently offer, those that are in existence, have all been created in a collaborative effort between me and someone that I've been coaching. So one thing that I do every single month to help people build social confidence is I put on a free coffee social. There's a website and an app called meetup.com, and I have my own meetup group for running live events, which has almost 500 members. And I've put on more than 30 events. And because the events have been going on for a couple of years, there's a decent attendance and a great mix of people there. So every single month, there's this free coffee social, which takes place at 2 p.m. The last Sunday, and it's a central location in Birmingham. Usually there's around 20 people that come to these events, sometimes more. The main event itself lasts for a couple of hours, but people stick around afterwards. And the last 2 have actually lasted for 8 hours. So for the 2-hour official event, the pattern is to meet up and go to a booth inside a venue that I've hired. We all sit around a table, get coffee, tea, fruit juice, non-alcoholic drinks, so that everyone feels comfortable. And once we've got our drinks, we go around the table and take turns introducing ourselves. And we call out fears, worries, current challenges, things which are stopping us from being more present and open within the group right now. And usually when people go around and do this, there's a connected energy that's built up within the group. Basically, the things that are bothering you, taking up your mental RAM and focus, they're expressed. You get that off your chest. And that basically funnels your focus into the social itself and makes you feel a lot lighter, more relaxed, less anxious. I encourage people not to suffer in silence, not to sit in a group and feel frozen in fear, which is how I used to feel when I was younger. I used to feel paralyzed with fear in social groups, and I'd feel like I was going to pass out. I genuinely felt like I was going to faint. I have fainted on occasions in the past, but I've got to a stage now where I've built a business through in-person networking and events, teaching others to get confident. So I've overcome my past fear-based challenges, although I'm still a work in progress. So not suffering in silence, allowing other people to see that you're afraid, see that you have anxiety, see that you're a vulnerable human being. This is how you build real confidence, letting the guard down, and open up, come out of your shell within the group. So people typically take turns introducing themselves, calling out their fears, and I plan out various group exercises. For example, the event that's coming up at the end of June, there's going to be 4 groups of 5 people, and everyone's going to take turn take turns talking about something which they're passionate about and engaging people within their group, keeping them engaged, just to practice eye contact, being expressive, talking with emotions, all these different social skills which are super useful. Being enthusiastic and passionate, interested, confident, etc. So there's various exercises, and of course nobody is forced to participate in any exercise if they're not feeling up to it. Totally cool to not join in. I'm never going to pressure anybody, but I do encourage people to join in because I know that they're going to grow as a result of doing this. And after the main event, we leave the venue, and people typically stick around and chat for a while longer. And the last two times, the main events ran from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. and people have stuck around for another 6 hours chatting. I find that quite amazing. And something which has come up, which is so crazy to me, is that no one puts on coffee socials. It's so rare. I'm one of the only people in all of Birmingham putting on these coffee socials. A lot of socials revolve around alcohol, or they take place in bars late at night. And personally, I don't drink alcohol, and I like to sleep at a decent time so that I'm awake the next day. So coffee socials in the daytime, no one puts them on, but everybody that goes really enjoys it, has a blast. People are not encouraged to be themselves these days either. So by encouraging people to actually be themselves, it's so simple and it works so effectively. So that's one way which I help people out, my events. And I've made some notes on this pad. So yeah, this takes place once a month. And if there's any way that I can help you out with this, just send me an email. You can find my email on my YouTube channel description. And you're welcome to come down to one of my events. If you're feeling nervous, just let me know and we can have a chat beforehand and I'll put you at ease. It's a safe, non-judgmental space. And I never find anybody going to one of my events that doesn't enjoy it, that doesn't come away a bit more confident than they arrived. So I know that they work. So yeah, the events. One way which I help people out, a coaching package, which I currently have 3 different clients on, is my 6-session social skills program. So this evolved when I was working with a client called Gregory. And Gregory told me that he wanted a steady hand at social meetups. He wanted someone to support him, be a familiar face, and help him get more confident speaking to new people. So because of this conversation, I created a program based on meetup.com, where there's these free socials going on a regular basis in most major cities across the UK. So with Gregory, I went to a social event with him every couple of weeks for 6 sessions. And it made a massive difference to his confidence. We went to a variety of different social events. Some were business networking events where I helped him practice starting conversations with new people, keeping them going, important conversation skills. And then we mixed it up by going to socials where you're sat in a circle in a group, stuck in one place but speaking to a whole group rather than moving about networking. We've been to spiritual socials. We've been to socials for sober people, a whole variety of different types of situations. And I've helped him to shatter his limiting beliefs, build confidence, come out of his shell, and he's grown a lot, even to the stage where he's helping other people get more confident at social meetups. So this is how the 6-session social confidence, social skills program developed. And I've coached other clients on this program as well. And I'm still coaching Gregory, and I'm coaching a guy called Liam on this same program. I was coaching Liam yesterday, and he enjoyed the first lot of 6 sessions so much that he booked another lot of 6 sessions as well. So we're currently halfway through the second program, and he's growing in social confidence all the time, and it's a great format. And I'm also coaching a third person on this program called Ali, and I went to a networking event with Ali the other week and helped him speak to loads of people who were also part of this networking event. And just having somebody support you in overcoming your limiting beliefs, helping you do the simple things very, very effectively, saying hello to people at events, being calm and patient, feeling comfortable expressing your opinions, learning boundaries with people when it's important, and basically becoming confident, being yourself, and naturally connecting with people. Even though it's simple, it's not easy. It requires a lot of courage. And this is why having someone support you can make a massive difference. In my journey, overcoming social anxiety, I've been mentored, I've been coached, and it helped me out massively, and is one of the reasons why I'm now coaching myself. So the 6-session social skills program is something which I do. And looking at my other programs, another program, programs which help people out with social confidence. One-to-one coaching helps people get more confident in social groups. And you might think, how is this the case? And the truth is, I'm sure we all know that how you're feeling in social groups is an important factor. If you're feeling relaxed, feeling positive, and feeling confident, you're going to have a better time socializing versus the same you who's in a negative mood, not feeling confident, feeling on edge. So dealing with different fears, blockages, helps people become more confident around others and in all kinds of social situations. It's like you're traveling lighter with less baggage, so it's easier. Other things that I do to help people get more confident, socializing with different people in general, is I hold people accountable to building a positive lifestyle. Feeling good about yourself is a big factor when it comes to being socially confident. Simple things done consistently over time make a big difference to how good you feel about yourself. For example, going to the gym. If you have a social event in the afternoon or evening and you do a morning gym session and you push it with the cardio, you get to that stage of mild suffering where you're sweating and breathless. When you go to that social later in the day, you're going to feel more confident, you'll feel more in sync, more tuned in, and you'll find it easier to speak to people. Exercising, cardio, it wakes you up so much more effectively than caffeine. There's endorphins in your system, and it just brings out a better performance. An example which comes to mind for me, when I passed my PhD, I had an exam at the end called a Viva, which is a spoken exam. And basically, an international expert in the area where you've done research comes and interrogates you on your research. And I had a PhD Viva in the afternoon, going back a number of years. How I prepared for this was to exercise in the morning so that I would come across more confident at the Viva itself. This also works for public talks as well. If you have a talk at work and you want to come across more confident, exercising on the same day works. The simplest way to do it, even a 20-minute run makes a difference. That's enough to make a tangible difference. So building a positive lifestyle is going to make you so much more confident. And essentially, something I was saying before is that my coaching doesn't come from my ego. I'm not saying this is going to help you out, that's going to help you out. I'm asking people that I'm coaching, how can I help you? What's important to you? What do you want to work on? And everybody has different ideas. This is where the social skills program came from. I was speaking to this guy, Gregory, and he said, Phil, what would really help me out is if you came to different meetups, different social events with me, and you helped me feel more comfortable, feel more relaxed, and join in the conversations more. So that's exactly what I did. Gregory knew exactly what he wanted help with, and it worked. Everybody has a different idea of what they want to do, how they want to grow in life, and the flexibility in helping people out with situations that are important to them is so valuable. For example, back in the day, one of my phobias was blood. And I used to faint in lectures when I did biology at university. And I remember I would spend a lot of the time in the lectures just praying and hoping that I wasn't going to faint. I found it embarrassing. I didn't want other people to know that I felt faint in this situation. I thought it was weak. So I would just try all kinds of strategies to not faint. I would be pretending to tie my shoelaces to get the blood back into my head, tensing my legs, doing all these things, deep breathing to try not to faint. I don't feel this way anymore. I've overcome this phobia. But what would have really helped me out at that time would be somebody being physically present in that situation and talking me through the fear in that specific situation. There's nothing worse than being afraid of something and bottling that fear up and hiding that fear from other people. That does so much damage to people. Being ashamed of fear, that stops you from ever fully overcoming a particular fear. But when you're okay with other people seeing that you're afraid, you stop worrying about other people judging you. Yep, I'm afraid right now. Judge me all you want. That's when you start to crack the fear and it doesn't bother you so much anymore. So helping people out in specific situations, I think there's loads of value in that. Something which I can talk about now on a side, unless anybody has any particular questions, welcome to ask me any questions. So there's actually 3 occasions where people have bought me food for coaching. As I was just saying that, feel free to interrupt me with any questions. If not, I'm sharing three stories where 3 occasions where people bought me food as a result of my coaching, just for fun. So there was one time where quite recently I coached a guy called Ali, and I went to a social networking event with Ali. and helped him get more confident speaking to different people at this networking event itself. And his parents, they gave him a lift back from town after the coaching session. And because he doesn't live that far away from me, they kindly gave me a lift back as well. And the next day, Ali's mum had made some lamb curry, chapati, dal and chickpeas, several different dishes. And they dropped off some food at my house as a thank you for the coaching, which was super kind and massively appreciated. And I was like, damn, this is pretty awesome. As well as getting paid for coaching, I'm also getting food. Another occasion, there was a father and daughter, guy called Bernard and his daughter Jess. And his daughter suffered with panic attacks during exams. So every time an exam came up, she would stress out, panic, forget all the things that she knows, and never perform as well in a real exam as when she's by herself in a room doing a mock paper. And she wanted to overcome this panic. So I did a coaching session. Both Jess was there and Jess's father, Bernard. And after the session, they were going for tapas and they asked me to join them. This was my first time trying tapas and it was really, really good. Battered squid, battered octopus, these pork, beef burgers, so many different dishes. Really, really enjoyed it. I also got food today, not as a result of coaching, but as a result of doing events. So I ran into a guy who attended one of my events several months ago when I was in town. And he actually left his rail card when he had coffee with me. He dropped it from his pocket and I went to give him his rail card back and he bought me some food, this platter. So I joined in and had some food while watching some of the India-Pakistan cricket game just before coming back and doing this live stream. So that's another benefit of the coaching is I've had free food on several occasions as well. Something which I drill home to lots of clients is to practice gratitude. Focus on the things that you're happy about in your life right now. Whatever stresses you're going through, it's great just to switch off from that and to focus on all the amazing things you have and feel content in your life right now. It's horrible to live a life in chronic anxiety and stress. Although many people do this, I don't think it's the right way to live life when you can be so much happier. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is jump off this live stream and do a replica live stream on Instagram, talk about some different coaching packages that I've put together, ways I've helped other people out. And if anybody has an idea for a way that I can help you out, something specifically that I can do which will help you with your social confidence, drop me an email. You can find my email address up in my description on my YouTube channel. And I always offer the first coaching session free of charge and only charge if you wish to do subsequent sessions. This is for several reasons. Firstly, it protects you. You can experience the coaching and decide if you're getting tangible value, tangible results before committing to more sessions. And it also protects me as well, because I only take on people who I know I can help out, people who I actually want to work with, because it would be bad for business if I took someone on who I didn't want to coach and who I didn't think I could help out. So doing a free first coaching session is a great win-win situation that helps me out as a coach, helps you out as a client as well. So if anybody has any specific questions, things that they're struggling with, areas they would like to build social confidence in, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to send me an email. If you want to come to one of my in-person events, they're free and they take place at 2 p.m. on the last Sunday of each month in Birmingham. So my next event is on the last Sunday in June, and it's currently full, but there will be space for July's event. It tends to book up within 3 to 4 days. So I would recommend checking out my meetup group. And if you just Google Social Anxiety Mastery Birmingham, you should be able to find my group. And you're welcome to come to one of my events. If you're nervous about attending, feel free to email me and we can have the chat beforehand so I can hopefully persuade you to go, because it's an entirely practical skill set, building skills, talking to people, and you need to go out there and get experiences to get results. So I hope that you got value from this live stream, and I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. Bye.